Hey you guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel, family. You already know what time it is, gang. We in this thing. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button to be a part of the crew. Smash that like button to see what it do. Okay, so my name is Bree, and I will be your source for news beyond the news. Okay, because as we know, the news isn't telling us all of the truth, and I know you guys want to know the whole truth. So let's get into it. All right. So if you guys notice, a lot of you northern states will get hit first in terms of this whole regulations, requirements, and laws for what it is that you should do in terms of health wise whenever it comes to this shot and things like that. New York, you guys are number one that will be rolling out with new laws and things regarding this because of the fact you guys are the largest states, or you guys have the largest population. Y'all are like China up in there, okay? Y'all is packed up in there, and that's the perfect place for us to do everything. And then also a lot of these high elite Masons have their businesses stationed in New York whenever it comes to medically, hospitals, things like that. New York is number one where all the elite Masons are at. All right, so let's look at this article and break it down, okay? Because as we know, these news articles, certain things are underlined, italicized, commas, all of that, okay? It's very important whenever you look at these news articles, even the pictures. All right, so let's take a look. It says, New York Sanitation Department workers in May during a small memorial service for workers who died during the you know what, because I don't know if we allowed to say it. You know, they censor everything on this platform and on all the platforms, but you can read the rest. All right, so as you can see from the caption, this has nothing to do with what the article is about. So take note of that. A lot of times they will put certain photos in there for emotional. What's the word called? Whenever you try and arise emotions out of somebody, y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. And during this, we have everybody with their head down. You know, they said it's during a memorial service, and they said that this happened in May. Okay, so if we look at numerology in terms of Freemasonry, May correlates to being the number five in terms of the fifth month, and five is dealing with your freedom. All right, so basically, this picture is supposed to symbolize these workers having a memorial service. It's death to your freedom. Okay, plain and simple to put it, is death to your freedom. All right, and then sanitation workers, of course, they're at the bottom, so they are the shit workers. So they basically see you guys as being the shit workers. Okay, just in case you guys were wondering. So if you're not in that tax bracket to where you're making six figures, or you're not elite, you don't matter. Okay, and as we are seeing from these laws that are being passed. All right, so the article goes on to say that New York City is requiring all city workers to be having the shot by the end of the month or lose your job. Okay, and then after that, it goes on to say that this is one of the strictest rules in the country. So that's why I said New York, you guys are always going to get hit first on terms of things like this. So y'all just got to be careful living in New York, because if you in New York, you're going to see a lot of these laws pass. So it's one of those things to where like I said, it's impeding on your freedoms. You need to make a decision now. Now is the time to where we are breaking the world into two groups: the people who have received the shot and the people who have not received the shot. And unfortunately, if you choose not to receive the shot, then you're going to be out of a job. But you decided not to compromise your health. So that's on the good side. But you might be out of a job, though. So you got to make decisions here. Um, And then it goes on to say November 1st, all city workers, November 1st is correlating to number 11. Then the 1st of November is the number one. So put that together, and that's 12. And then whenever you put it all together, that correlates to the number three, dealing with expression and creativity. So they are creating new ways in order to impede on your freedoms. So it says November 1st, all city workers, police, firefighter, and sanitation need to have one dose of the shots. Okay, testing is no longer an option. So that's why I say it correlates to the number three in terms of numerology, letting us know that this is a new way that they are creating to impede on your freedom. So it's to a point to where you can't no longer sit back and be like, oh, I went and tested for it. That is no longer good enough. Now you need to actually have had the shot, or else. Um, it's one of those things to where whenever you look at it, we have numerous shots out there to where, okay, once you get that one, you need to get another one for the new variant. For the new variant that's coming out, you need to get another one. Now you need to get another one. So basically, they're getting you guys started now on the system. The people that are city workers, you no longer have that option to go and test. Now's the time that you need to get your first shot. And best believe that first shot, from my opinion, is more than likely going to lead to another shot. And just so you know, this is an opinion video. Okay, so now whenever we look at the alignments and transits for November 1st, because like I tell you guys, these Masons, they go off of astrology. They will create events in the world based upon astrology. If you have seen some of my old videos, you will know this. Okay, so go back and watch those videos. Go back and watch. I have a whole bunch of videos entitled like Higher Knowledge, you know, Freemasonry, Numerology. Okay, go watch those videos so that way you can get up to speed in terms of how numerology, gematria, sacred geometry, all of that is used in the world today. All right, so let's get into it. So November 1st is going to be the moon in Virgo opposed Neptune in Pisces. And this is whenever they're saying that all city workers need to have the shot is on November 1st or by November 1st. Testing will no longer be an option. And I'm letting you know the alignments as to why they are saying this, okay? Because they heavily rely on astrology. So we have the moon in Virgo opposed Neptune in Pisces. This would be, they reverse the energy. So you can use this energy in a good way and in a bad way, but they like to reverse it against the people. So that way they put you guys in emotional distress, make you feel like you need to go and do certain things that they're telling you to do in order for you to be able to survive out here. All right, so Moon and Virgo oppose Neptune and Pisces. Whenever they use this energy against you, this will be everyone hoping that things get better, but you're going to be met with restrictions because the Moon is in Virgo. That's dealing with someone that's very strict, someone that's very analytical, somebody that's very organized. They can be a little bit of a stickler, all right, whenever it comes to Moon and Virgo type people. All right, next alignment, we have the Moon in Virgo trine Pluto and Capricorn. So with this energy, they use it against you because with the moon being in Virgo, like I said, this is somebody that's very analytical. All right, so they did a study basically seeing how people react and respond. And they use the research to formulate ways to impede on your career. And I say that because it's the moon in Virgo trine Pluto and Capricorn. So anytime we're talking about Capricorn, this is done with your career, how you achieve things, how you get from A to B. All right. And in terms of the energy being used against you, what they did was they used that moon and Virgo energy. So the whole time during this thing that's been going on with this shot, they have been sitting back, researching and analyzing and see how people react and respond to certain news articles that they put out, certain laws that they impede on them and things like that. So they did a study, seeing how people react and respond to certain things. And then that's how they know what laws to put out, when to put them out, what alignment to use in order to get you guys to do what it is that they need you to do. So with Pluto being here, they won't be showing everything. Okay, so it's one of those things to where whenever we have the moon in Virgo trine Pluto and Capricorn, this is somebody that's not going to show you their full hand. They're not like if y'all are playing freaking blackjack, they're not going to show you their full deck of cards. You know, there's still going to be something that they might be a little bit of a trickster, hide up their sleeve, put it down their pants leg or something like that, so that way you're not always able to see what they got going on in the background. And that's what we see a lot of right now, is to where people are sitting back wondering what's going on. And a lot of times you don't know what's going on in the background until it ends up being released. And then that's whenever you're like, oh shit, now I gotta lose my job or I gotta get a shot. Like, yeah, stuff like that. So next alignment for November 1st is the moon in Virgo square Venus and Sag. Okay, so this is going to be them formulating new plans in terms of dealing with how it is that you travel. So I heard that in terms of travel, they have a green pass. Don't be surprised if they end up adding more to it in terms of the green pass, more regulations and requirements for it. And then also with this alignment, this will be them taking away what makes you feel free, okay? Because Sagittarius is dealing with free-spirited individuals. So a lot of your freedoms will be taken away, like we've been observing, but it's going to be in a more stricter type of way with the moon in Virgo, meaning that they're going to start to crack down even more on the freedoms that you already don't have. All right, and then after that, we have the moon going into Libra. So this is, that's why I said everything is very calculated. So right after those alignments, we have the moon going into Libra, letting us know that there's going to be emotional imbalances. So based upon the laws that they just enacted during that day, I think the moon goes into Libra later on around like 7 or something like that. So they did all of this in order for them to, like I said, impede on your emotions. And what happens whenever you get emotionally stressed out, as you guys seen from my last video, your emotions play very heavily into your mentality, which plays very heavy into your actions and your health in terms of your body. All right, so this new mandate was put in place after similar requirements for teachers and healthcare workers led to a surge in vaccinations. And as you see, teachers and healthcare workers are underlined. So this is letting us know this is the main people that they were studying and that they were enacting these laws on. So that way they can see, okay, just like they said, it led to a surge in people getting the shot. So by them seeing like, oh, okay, us putting this out here is making people within this career field feel like they need to go and hurry up and get this. Now we're able to see the numbers. You know, it's all a statistic. And now we're able to see how many people in terms of percentage felt like they need to go and do it. And then boom, now we're able to enact it on other career fields. So it's just one of those trickle down effects. And just like I said, that goes back to the alignment that I was talking about, where Moon and Virgo trine Pluto and Capricorns, where they do things to study, do a whole research study in order for them to see, okay, what's the next move that we need to enact that's going to impede on someone's career. How are we going to get people to actually go and take this shot and take it seriously? All right. But at the same time, there's still going to be things that we are not going to show you. There's still going to be things that we're not going to reveal just yet, especially because we got Pluto and Capricorn. All right. And then after that, it said it is the most aggressive step taken yet to boost shot rates in the city. So this is letting you know, like, hey, this is the most aggressive step that we're taking. But like I said, with Pluto being in Capricorn, there is going to be other things that they're going to do that they're not going to tell you about. So this might be the first aggressive step they're taking, but best believe that there will be more. Okay. And then the next part of the article says it comes with a carrot as well as a stick. Now, can you imagine a cartoon character whenever a person, say for instance, there's a cartoon character running and there's a person behind them with a stick holding a treat. That cartoon character never gets the treat unless the person with the stick decides to let them get the treat. So that's how they're going to have you guys. You guys are going to be constantly chasing whatever little hope and dream of things getting better, but they're going to constantly have things that, they're going to constantly make sure that you're not able to get that dream. There's always going to be some sort of obstacle. There's always going to be something that you need to do next in order for you to have some sort of freedom. All right. So it's basically another way to keep stringing you along. And after that, they went on to say that if you was to go and get the shot, you'll get an extra $500 on your paycheck between now and October 29th. Okay, so whenever we look at the numbers, that correlates to the number 8, October 29th, October being the 11th month, 29, 10, 11, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Oh, no, that's the number 9. Yep, that's number 9. My bad. That's the number 9. Oh, no. Yeah, that's number 8 because I'm thinking in November. October is the 10th, so that will correlate to number 1, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then that will correlate to number 8. So letting us know that they will be changing and transforming things whenever it comes to, your paycheck. So now this is going to be an incentive all the time. Like I said, every time they're coming out with a new variant, and you have to get a new shot for that variant. So every time you turn around, in order for you to work, you're going to need to get the new shot, and then we'll add a little bit of pay. So $500, that's not nothing. Uh that's like 2 or 3 days of pay, in order for you to sacrifice your health. So just keep that in mind. All right. And then it goes on to say that de Blasio said that our public employees are going to lead us out of the COVID era. So you guys that choose to get the shot will lead us out of the COVID area and will be leading us into a new era of separation, a new era to where we're going to have AI looking over us even more, because we have individuals who have chosen to let the government impede on their freedom. And unfortunately, we came to a time to where we really have to make a choice nowadays as to if you want to be free. Unfortunately, with that freedom comes you losing your job, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find another job. It'll be lesser pay though. And unfortunately, all those college degrees and things that you guys did doesn't matter anymore. So it's one of those things where the next best job from you stepping down as a city worker would probably be working at one of these stores like Walmart or something like that. But don't think that that's going to last for long. So it's really coming down to us needing to create our own society for the people who are choosing not to get the shot. Otherwise, you will be shunned out of society. All right. Also in the article, it said that San Francisco is setting the same mandate for its 35,000 people, for its 35,000 workers or whatever it said by November 1st, which correlates to the number 3. Is it number 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? What? Where did I get 3 from? That correlates to number 2. Okay, so I got number 3 from somewhere. It was another number in there. It was a number in there that had made it to number 3. But yeah, so that correlates to number 3, which lets us know that this is going to be something that they're going to be creating. And they're also going to be expressing the fact that you guys need to go ahead and get this shot. So it's just moving from New York to all the major cities that's going to get hit, like New York, Cali, what's another major city? Atlanta, another major city. What's the other one that they like to utilize? It's a few major cities that they like to utilize. And I think Texas has been one that they've added in now. But best believe that whenever you look at these major cities, this is where a lot of the elite Masons have their companies, their big companies, their big schools, their big hospitals that they fund and things like that. So that's why you guys will be getting hit first, okay? And then depending on, and like I said, it's a research study. So depending on how you guys react and respond will set the tone for how they are going to put this on everybody else. All right. So if you decide that you're not going to get the shot, you will have to have unpaid leave. Okay. You can say that you could have some sort of medical or religious exemption, but this is only going to last for a very small time, especially because they said that these exempts are allowed for a small number of employees. So don't think that all of you guys are going to run in there and claim that you're Muslim. Don't think that you're all going to run in there and claim that you got broken legs and everything else, and that you're not going that you won't get paid. No, it's only for a very limited time that they're letting this happen, which y'all using these exemptions. And then it was going on to say that whenever it comes to the religious exemption, it's one of those things where they even have to take it to court to make sure that they verify that this is, something that you should actually be exempted for on the job. But they said that the religious exemption was not permitted in the state vaccine order. So it's one of those things to where this wasn't nothing that was mentioned in the order. So that's why I said this is only temporary, y'all, to think that y'all gonna get religious and medical exemptions, because they did not state that. Okay, that's what they said. We did not state that. Now y'all trying to find little loopholes, and we're gonna find a way to loop y'all into the hole. Okay, so that's what's gonna happen next. All right, so this is just all opinion. Comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what your opinion is down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.